Hello and welcome everybody back to my weekly garden video update. This week we had some really great weather, so all of my plants started doing really well. They took off, they really responded well to the sun and warmth, and for the first time I actually had to go out and water my garden. So that's, I think, an exciting thing to happen this time of year. I left this in, I thought it was funny. I was recording myself and the camera fell off the post. It's just, inside look at the trials and tribulations of trying to record yourself each week as I do this weekly blog. Here I am in the greenhouse. I started some late summer plants of basil and a couple other things. Generally, I don't start a lot in the greenhouse this time of year. Everything's already in the ground or started. I will do some fall starts later, but I'm not ready for those. Here I harvested some mint, which I think is great. I make tea out of that. And I also harvested some rhubarb from the garden, which I think is very exciting. When I was out in the garden one day, I saw that the swallows had returned, and they come by every spring, and that just makes me happy to see them flying around. It means, summer's around the corner. If you look at the base of the stem, you see that it's kind of been eaten down kind of around the outside of the stem, which knocks it over and then the bugs get it. This is one that looks better. This is my cauliflower, and it's kind of like the struggle I've been having all year, but I just wanted to give you an update on that. This I find hysterical. This is a pak choi. I've never grown it before, won't grow it again because that was the extent of the plant. Nothing to get there. But here you can see my lettuces are really starting to do well. There's some spinach there and some cabbage in the far back. Garlic, some sunflower starts there, and some onions that are a little hard to see against the background there. These are my beets that the crows were attacking earlier in the season, but I managed to get a lot of them in, and there's also a peony in that row. This row has some celery in the back along with some cilantro, and you see some marigolds up front there getting ready to go. This is my cauliflower row, not doing great. There's actually some carrots in the back there that have started, you can't see. My beans growing in along with my lilies, and then finally my potatoes, and then the rhubarb hiding in the back there. Here are my peas, which are also starting to get big enough to hold on to the trellis, my raspberries, and my broccoli. Inside the greenhouse, not a lot's going on. This is my tomatoes that'll go in the ground in a couple weeks. Here's some cucumbers that I've got started, some of the squash, and then you'll see a couple of the trays of the stuff I just started this week. But lastly, I thought I would just leave you with some sights and sounds of the garden because it was such a beautiful week. And as always, I will give you guys an update next week.